So they brought him in, this Chris Hansen guy, they brought him in and they sat down. He says, do you know why you're here? And he says, no, I don't know why I'm here. He said, well, have you ever stolen a car? No. Never. I never stole a car. Well, have you ever sold a stolen car? No. I mean, these guys didn't even look away. Some people, when they lie, they can't lie well. They're like, no, don't know what you're talking about. Well, they were looking straight ahead. They were professional liars. Then he said, and this was the clincher, can I show you something? He turned around the TV monitor, and there they were, caught on tape. Modern technology. And I loved it. I loved watching them squirm. Because there's something in us that says we want justice. Imagine if that was your car. There's something in our heart that cries for justice. Even though we don't like to apply it to ourselves, we want to see justice. In the past 10 years, there are over 120,000 unsolved murders. Somebody lost their father or their mother. Somebody lost their son or daughter, their brother, their sister. Somebody, they were killed and there was no closure. I saw a lady once in the news, she was holding her grandbaby, and these guys busted in the house and just started shooting. And she was not hurt, but it shot her grandbaby and killed the grandbaby. Because this is over in Norfolk. And she sat in the TV and said, I want justice. And one day God says, I'll deliver justice. So right now you might see the wicked getting away with it. You might see, hey, they just caught those guys, but there are thousands of thieves out there that never get caught. I stole a Tootsie Roll when I was a kid and I didn't get caught.
I want justice.
You want justice? I stole from those people. When I was a young man, I stole acne medicine from a grocery store because I didn't want to be embarrassed that I was getting oxy, whatever. And I stole it. Now you might think it's just something little. Well, how much does it take to be a thief? What's the value that makes you a thief? If it's a paper clip, you're a thief, right? Whoa, my. That's an amen, huh? Ken, you were right about the baby sleep and do that other thing. That's good. It means the systems are working. Keep them working, Lord. Bless those babies. And so, it's about truth. So here we are. We're caught on tape, folks. Now, but God says on that day in the courtroom, Jesus can be your defendant. You see, what the beautiful thing of the gospel is, it's so simple, is that you owe a debt that you can't pay. You owe a debt that you could never pay. Well, I'll do more good deeds than my bad deeds. When you go to court, you don't go to court about what you've done right, do you? I know, Judge, that I was doing 158 down that 25 mile per hour zone, but most of the times I drive the speed limit. You think that's really going to matter to the judge? That'd be like a murderer saying, hey, I didn't murder everybody. Only one. Oh, okay, you're free to go. Or this might be what you think might be your excuse on that day. Well, I'm a pretty good guy, and Judge, I know that you're good. I know that you're just, and I believe that you love me, and your mercy's for me because I'm a citizen. So, even though I did this horrendous crime, I believe you're going to let me go because you love me. And that judge is going to look at you and say, because I am just, I'm going to give you exactly what you deserve. That's justice, isn't it? See, we're used to American justice, where crooks get off, where innocent people go to jail, and the guilty go free. God's justice will be perfect. And when He shows you you're caught on tape, and when He shows you your life, and you try to pull one past Him, He's going to show it all to you. And you're going to say, you're right, God. I'm guilty. I am so guilty. Lord, forgive me. I'll do right from this point on. It's too late. It's too late after you die. This is the day of salvation. Today. Don't say in your heart, well, I'll take care of that at another time. Don't say in your heart, well, I don't think there's a God anyway. You're taking a really big chance, aren't you? You're putting a lot onto that thought. You know who the author of atheism is? It's the devil. It's a lie. For you to believe that everything came from nothing. Everything came from nothing. It's a lie. It's a truth and a lie. Let's look at here in John chapter 8. I want us to read a few things out of this chapter. He says, verse 1, Jesus went up into the Mount of Olives, and that's a mountain near Jerusalem. And early in the morning he came again into the temple, and all the people came unto him, and he sat down and he taught them. And the scribes and the Pharisees, okay, you know trouble's coming when they're in the picture. They brought unto him a woman taken in adultery. And when they had set her in the midst, they said unto Jesus, Master, this woman was taken in adultery, in the very act. Now Moses in the law said that such should be stoned, but what do you say? This they said, tempting him, that they might have to accuse him. But Jesus stooped down, and with his finger he wrote on the ground as though he heard them not. So when they continued asking him, he lifted up himself, and he said unto them, He that's without sin among you, let him cast a stone at her. And again he stooped down and he wrote on the ground. You know, it was true that in the law of Moses, she would have been a candidate for death.